Hello everyone, I'm Night Whisperer. Today, we're going to explore 6 most unsettling videos. From eerie shadows to chilling encounters, these moments are not easy to forget. Watch closely, and in the end, let us know in the comments which one creeped you out the most. Alright, let's begin. A TikTok user named Angela Wami shared some unsettling footage that she captured while home alone one night. The only other person in the house was her baby, who had just been put down to sleep. Angela says it had already been a tough evening. Her baby wouldn't stop crying and kept staring at an empty spot in the room before breaking into tears. Odd, but at first, she didn't think much of it. That changed later that night, around 10 p.m., when Angela got a phone alert from her security system. The message said there was someone in her backyard patio. Thinking it might be her husband coming home from work, she checked the live camera feed on her phone. But instead of her husband, she saw something else. On the screen was what looked like the figure of a young girl standing completely still. At first, Angela thought it might just be a trick of the camera, but then the shape slowly faded away until it was completely gone. Later, Angela recorded herself showing exactly where the figure had appeared. She explained that nothing is ever kept in that area because it's just a walkway, and the security camera sits right across from it.
Okay, so this is the area, the door that it was like standing inside. We don't have anything or keep anything in this area because it's a walkway and it would be really awkward. And then this is where the security camera is. So when I looked at the footage, I expected to see a person. I didn't expect to see that though.
The eerie part is that when Angela stood in the same spot for her demonstration, her own body wasn't clearly visible on the camera. So how was the original figure so easy to see? Angela isn't certain what it was, but she can't ignore the possibility that this could have been what upset her baby earlier that night. Whether it was something paranormal or just a strange glitch, the footage definitely leaves you wondering, was this a ghost or something else entirely? In March 2025, a TikTok user named Chase Beckstead shared an unsettling video. He and his wife were staying at her late grandfather's home, a place still heavy with his memory. That night, while they were settling in, they started hearing the bedroom door moving, almost as if someone was trying to open it. Feeling uneasy, they decided to film what was happening.
We were just going to bed and we're not... Let me just show you. Like, we've literally had to put the bag up against the door because we're not sure.
Chase explains that after the first incident, he quickly packed their things, walked his wife to the car, and then returned alone to collect the rest. He left the bedroom door wide open behind him, but in the second part of the video, just as they were preparing to leave, the door began rattling again, this time with more force, as though something unseen didn't want them to go.
Okay, so we're leaving. We got all of our stuff packed. Oh, what the... Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, we're out of here.
Some might wonder if this was the spirit of his wife's grandfather, either not ready to say goodbye, or wanting them to stay a bit longer. Of course, it's also possible it was just the wind or old hinges, but the timing and intensity make that hard to believe, especially since the door was already open. In the end, they left without looking back, and maybe that was the safest choice. because if something was on the other side, it's probably best they never found out. A TikTok user named Kat recently posted a clip that gave a lot of people chills. It happened at 4:45 in the morning, when the quiet of the night was suddenly broken by the sound of security alarms at the warehouse where she works. The system had picked up motion outside, and naturally Kat and a couple of other employees rushed to check the security cameras to see what had triggered it. What they saw wasn't anything they were prepared for. On the footage, right near the top of the screen, a pale, misty shape seemed to appear out of nowhere, almost as if it had stepped straight out of the shadows. The strange figure drifted from the right side to the left, faint and ghost-like, before the recording suddenly cut off. Kat says that as far as she knows, there was absolutely no one outside at that hour. No workers, no late-night deliveries, nothing. And whatever this was, it didn't move like a person. It didn't even look solid, more like a see-through presence gliding across the view. If it wasn't a person, then what was it? That's a question only the viewers can decide. But one thing's for sure, if I worked there, I wouldn't be in a hurry to check that spot alone in the dark. In this next clip, a woman on TikTok shared an experience from one of her early morning shifts. She was the first person to arrive at a large building, and had just started her work on the lower floors when something strange happened. Out of nowhere, a loud and unsettling noise echoed from the dining area upstairs. It immediately struck her as odd. At that time of morning, she knew she was supposed to be the only one there. Curious but cautious, she pulled out her phone to record and made her way toward the source of the sound. The dining room was dark and silent at first glance, but as she stepped inside, a chilling, sorrowful cry filled the air. The kind of sound that makes your stomach tighten. It almost felt like someone was in pain or mourning. Trying to keep calm, she decided it was best to leave, so she headed straight for the elevator. But just as she stepped inside, the sound of rapid footsteps came from behind her. As if something was racing to catch up before the doors closed. Once inside the lift, she took a quick picture, and that's when the real shock hit her. In the reflection, she could see what appeared to be a pale, menacing face with hollow black eyes and a dark, gaping mouth staring back. That moment was enough for her to swear off working those early shifts alone ever again. But the mystery remains. Was it a trick of light and shadow? Or did something else really follow her that morning? The next clip was posted on TikTok. This next clip comes from a TikTok user named Lucy. One night, she was lying in bed alone, scrolling through her phone. Everything was still and quiet, until she suddenly heard heavy, urgent knocks on her bedroom door. It wasn't a light tap. It sounded hard and deliberate, like someone or something was trying to get in. Through the narrow gap under the door, she could see the shape of a shadow standing right outside. Lucy froze. She didn't answer. She didn't move. But the strange part? Just a few nights later, it happened again. This time, she decided she wasn't going to just sit there. As the loud banging echoed down the hall, Lucy flung the door open in one quick motion, only to find nothing. The hallway was silent and empty. Heart racing, she shut the door and locked it. Every time they checked, no one was ever there. Still, some viewers noticed something unnerving. When Lucy opened that door, she might have let something into her room. Was it a spirit? Something darker? Or maybe just her mind playing tricks? Night Whisperer signing off after 6 unsettling videos. If you enjoy it at least once, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this.